this, but I wanted to start Wednesday's vlog off on the way to see the house, because we got our weekly update call, which was the first weekly update call that we had in 3 weeks, so which is a positive thing. And they said that they're still waiting on an irrigation and sod, but that the inside of the house is finished, just waiting for...
Which has been a month. Wait, what's today's date? 26th?
Yeah.
It's been a month.
Yeah. They said that inside of the house just needs cleaning. So we're gonna see if we can see if it actually is finished.
I'm gonna be in Karen for a minute. Again, I don't care what anybody says. COVID crap, blah. Prices, this and that, demand and all that. But when you're told, sorry, I'm trying to watch the road while I'm talking. When you're told on the 28th of August that your house will be done at the end of the month, and we ask, oh, so we should put in our 60-day notice? Yeah, you could have done that in August. Okay?
Like mid-August, because she said, yeah, mid-August.
And that your irrigation and sod would go in that following week. It's now the 26th of September, which is pretty much a month. The house is not done, will not be done this week, and it's now been 2 days shy of a month of waiting on sod and irrigation.
Yeah, and...
So,
yeah.
We're supposed to accept everything that's going on. Baloney. Don't want to hear it.
Well, and the other crazy thing is, which we didn't film anything, on Thursday we did swing by the house just to see, because we were told that the ground was going to be graded once again, because they basically messed up our dirt when they did the sod for the other neighbor. The site manager was in agreement with us, like he knows that, like,
it was their fault.
Yeah, because he basically is like, yeah, like that shouldn't happen, because your lot was graded back at the beginning of August to get sod and irrigation put in, but then the people who did the sod to the house to the right of us messed everything up. And anyways, long story short, because the sod needs to be like a certain dryness in order for them to regrade it and prep for irrigation, like that's what the delay has been, because obviously we get rain storms in the summer here in Florida. I mean, a lot of places do, it's not just Florida, but
technically the rain,
it really wasn't that
rain
bad.
Hasn't done anything to the yard. As much rain as we've gotten, other than on the back where it drops down, where it's
really
now
mushy.
divots.
Yeah, it was
where
really
there.
mushy. Yeah.
But everything else has been on them. They screwed up what they actually did.
Yeah, so basically they're doing twice the work. So anyways, we stopped on Thursday and spoke to him, and he understands completely, and he's like, yeah, you guys are right, like it should have been done, like our contractors messed up, like he agreed. So anyways, long story short, we're just gonna swing by the house now. But on that, I guess I should back up. On that day, we were even more frustrated. I'm laughing because it's just gotten to the point where it's just, I don't know. Our neighbor's house to the left of us, which started like a month and maybe a week or two behind us, I think just around like a month behind us. We pulled off to the side to our house, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what are those little flags? Brad said, what's those little flags in our neighbor's yard? And we get out and we read irrigation. So our neighbor's house beside us, that started a month or so, or a little bit longer after us, has irrigation. So good for them. I mean, obviously, like, their house is moving forward, but like, we basically just got pushed aside because they messed up, you know, and that's why we're frustrated. Like, I get it, we're not the only house that's being built right now. However, that's what we're frustrated about, is because every little thing is just like adds up to our house being delayed more and more. But then we see these other houses that are getting things done.
No reason is good enough, because we've seen out there every week, sometimes twice a week.
Yeah, it's mostly once a week, but sometimes twice a week. Now this week will be twice because we were there on Thursday and now it's Sunday. But anyway, so it is what it is. So hopefully we can see that the house on the inside is actually done, like they said, except for cleanup. But that means they would have had to do all the touch-up paint, all the patching of all the holes and everything, because there was so much stuff that needed done, like the last time that we were actually in the inside of the house.
She said in the message that she left yesterday, they still need to check, make sure everything's working. They ain't done inside.
Right, well, but that means electric and stuff, like, and water and things. Yeah. So anyways, we're almost at the house, so we shall see what's happened or what hasn't happened, and we'll let you guys know. So they cleaned, but there's still tons of stuff that needs to be done. Like all the painting along the upper, obviously the screen needs fixed. It looks like they didn't technically clean the carpet because that is, you know, still needs to be done. In here, there's some touch-up that needs to happen along the shower there. But the plastic is off everything. Painting here yet. That still hasn't been fixed. So that's definitely a must. There's holes still there. Yeah, definitely things still need to be finished. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that needs to be done yet.
Whoa, what happened to that?
All the plastic's been taken off of the cabinets and drawers and stuff. But it's really not clean, to be honest. Here's a look from this way. Like I said, there's still so much stuff that needs to be done. The house is not finished. Like, look at that. So that's not done. I don't know how they said that this is done because there's so much stuff that needs to be touched up. Look at that.
I do like this.
All right, we're done. We took lots of pictures, but the house is definitely not done. And it was supposedly clean this morning. It's not clean. I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, like look at the floor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like look at that. Those are like notches. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna need to touch up that paint over there. Yeah. Yikes. Lot finally got regraded. Neighbors already have their landscape, and sod was started on their other side. We're not sure which way it's gonna go, but we're not sure if it's gonna go that way, or maybe it's gonna make a complete circle around through these woods. But eventually, stupid love bugs, eventually we're supposed to have like a nature walking trail through here, which will be nice. So they started to clear the trees and the shrubs and stuff to get that ready. That's exciting to see. Yay! And then back here, they're making a whole other big, like road, not driveway, because they're gonna do phase 4, I think it is, back there, or phase 3, I can't remember which one is which, but anyways, yeah, that's gonna be nice. It's just a swampy mess right now, but still cool. Good morning, it's Monday, and we're off to a fun adventure. Not really at all. I was being sarcastic. We are going to the DMV. We just have to pay our, what is this, yearly taxes? Or quarterly, what is it? Yeah, yearly. I thought I was right. We're going to pay our yearly taxes on our vehicles. So we are headed to do that first thing before it starts.
Registration renewal.
Oh, registration renewal, Brett just said. We're going to do that before it gets super busy, especially since
I'd rather pay that than income taxes.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, as I said, we're going to do that now before it gets too busy because one, it's Monday, and you know, things are always busier on Mondays. But anyways, we're doing that. Then my vehicle needs to get dropped off to get an oil change, and there's something going on with our lift gate. So I noticed it maybe like a week ago maybe, and it only did it once, and then I just thought nothing of it, that it was just being like odd that one time. And then right before we left to go to Venice, it did it like twice in one day, and then it did it a couple times when we were on our getaway. So that's gonna get checked out and see what's going on. Yeah, so we gotta drop my car off after we get the stuff done at the DMV, and then yeah, nothing too exciting going on today, but that's what we're doing. It's a gorgeous, sunny, beautiful day, and yeah, I don't know. We are gonna stop at the store at some point too, because we're gonna get some stuff to make sandwiches with the baguette that we brought home from the little patisserie, the croissant and co from Venice. So that will be fun for dinner tonight. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the croissants were delicious. I had half of the plain one and half of the chocolate one, and they were so good. I don't even know if I filmed any of that, but if I didn't, I'll go and check through the camera on while we're waiting at the DMV, and if I didn't, then I'll go ahead and take a little bit of footage when we get back. So we are literally just wasting time because Brad's car still isn't, well, actually my car still isn't finished with the oil change, which is crazy because our appointment was for what, 9:30? 9:45, 9:30, something like that. And it's 2:30. So normally it doesn't take that long, so maybe there was something that they needed to or tried to or could fix, one of the three, with the lift gate. And if not, maybe they're just super busy with other stuff going on. I have no idea. Anyways, so we are just gonna drive back out to the house. The only reason we're going again a second time in like less than 24 hours is because yesterday when we were about to leave, there was a truck full of workers that were coming by, and it looked like they were the people who did sod and irrigation, and they sort of walked through our yard, the neighbor's yard, and one other yard next to the neighbor's house, so like 3 houses in a row, and then they sort of just sat in their truck. So we were thinking like maybe something was getting delivered yesterday, possibly for our yard, but more than likely it was probably for the other neighbor's yard. But either way, we're just gonna run out because we're just wasting time. We're hoping by the time we do that and then get back towards the dealership that my car will be ready to pick up, hopefully, and if not, then we'll just have to go home and wait some more. Well, we finally have irrigation. Our neighbor got all of their sod done and landscaping, but at least we finally got ours, even though we started a month and a week before them, but happy for them. But yeah, all those little flags are the irrigation locations. And they're doing something on the inside because there's a ladder on the inside. Back at the dealership, waiting for the car. Brad's waving to me saying that's okay to go. Technically it's not done. I'm gonna have to bring it back on Wednesday. So that's a bummer because the liftgate did need a part replacement. So back home we go, and we'll have to be back here again on Wednesday. Here's the first section of shells that well, not just myself, but Brad and I found while we were in Venice. Even though it's small, this is probably one of my favorite finds because I've never found a flat before. So it looks basically like a scallop, but it's completely flat. I don't know if you guys can sort of see that on camera. But that was probably one of my favorite finds. Then these were probably next. This one that was a little bit broken, but overall it's still a really pretty shell. Same thing with this one, such pretty colors. Found a ton of little baby ones, a couple spiny jewel boxes, but not as spiny as others that I found in the past. Some of them are, like this one's pretty good, and a few others are pretty good. Tons of kitten paws, which I love. I never really find them at the beaches here in the Tampa area, so it was fun to find a few kitten paws. Not very big, but again, still really cool. Found a few pieces of really good sea glass, beach glass. This one, the green one, a part of a bottle bottom, and then this one. I should have thrown this one back. I thought it was a little bit more smooth and frosted, but once I washed it off, it wasn't. Same thing with this piece here, but I'm still gonna keep it. I was really excited about all the coral that I found, especially this piece. I think it's so beautiful. So definitely cool to add to my coral collection. Then we found tons of tiny shark's teeth. We did find a couple bigger ones, but not like anything like so exciting, but nonetheless was super happy. So this one here, you can sort of see the ridges on the end. That would have been a really big one, so that's why I ended up keeping that. And I kept a few other like bigger pieces that you can clearly see the ridges on the shark teeth there. But overall, I still was really happy with what we found. Super, super cool. This side on this towel, I only picked up a few olives, and to be honest, I didn't even realize we picked up this many because I found so many the last two times at Palm Beach when we went there. But I definitely picked up a ton of calico clamshells and tons of scallops. We find these every now and then at the beaches that we go to here in the Tampa area, but none with like these beautiful colors. Like it's typically more ones like this, or maybe even like that one, but oh my gosh, some of these colors are just so pretty. So definitely picked up a ton of these, a ton of the calico clams, and then I did end up picking up a few of these shells as well. We find these all the time at Fort DeSoto. Same thing with these, but I did end up picking up them nonetheless. This little piece of driftwood, I thought it actually looked like a dog bone, but that was the only piece that I took home. Could have definitely brought home a lot more, but I have so much driftwood, I decided to not pick up that much. So this little rock I just thought was interesting, just with how, as I drop it, with how it's shaped and everything. I thought that was cool. We did find a ton of sand dollars. We could have brought home a lot more, but again, because we're moving, I just didn't want to have to worry about packing them and making them safe. But we did find this baby one, and it's super cute, and we just had to bring that one home. So that's all the shells that we found on this trip. I definitely wanted to find a few more bigger ones, but you know, every time on the beach is a little different, so still happy with what we found.